In this video, let us learn about the history of the Palani temple. In the Hindu mythology, there are four yugas: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. The first yuga was Satya Yuga, which was known as the age of truth, when mankind was ruled by God. All manifestations and actions are close to the purest ideal, and mankind allows essential good to reign supreme. The second yuga was Treta Yuga. It belonged to the period of Ramayana. The good persons were still more than the bad. The third one is Dwapar Yuga. It belongs to the period of Mahabharata, and Krishna Avatar happened in this yuga. There were 100 Kauravas and 5 Pandavas. In this yuga, there were more wicked and bad people than the good ones. The fourth yuga is the Kali Yuga. In this, every human being is mixed with good and bad thoughts. Once upon a time, past 5200 years ago, before the beginning of the Kali Yuga, towards the end of Dwapar Yuga, a peculiar incident took place. It was the time when the king Dharmaraja ruled. One day, Dharmaraja was sitting on his throne, his younger brother seated beside him. He was the minister of the kingdom and he was a great scholar. During that period, two people named Nalan and Neelan came to the king's court. Nalan praised the king and told that he had sold the land to his friend Neelan. He got to know that there is a treasure being found in the land, which he had sold to Neelan. He emphasized that all the trees and the field above the land belongs to Neelan. In the same way, the treasure below the land also belongs to Neelan. I don't need it. Neelan put forth his argument by saying that he had paid money only for the land and not for the treasure underneath the land. So this treasure belongs to the person who sold the land to me, which is Nalan. Hence, I don't need the treasure. Sahadevan intervened here and replied to both, stating that the verdict will be given tomorrow. The next day morning, both Nalan and Neelan came to the king's court. Neelan told that around midnight after 12 a.m., a thought appeared in my mind. Since I bought the land, all the above and below the land belongs to me. So the treasure also belongs to me. Now Nalan put his argument, stating, I have only sold the land, but not the treasure. Hence, the treasure must belong to me. At this time, the king asked, when did you get this thought? Nalan replied, yesterday night after 12 a.m. Dharmaraja was confused. He asked his younger brother Sahadeva, how did both of them change their minds after 12 a.m.? What happened after 12 a.m. in this world? Sahadeva answered, at 12 a.m. last night, Dwapar Yuga ended and Kali Yuga has started. There is no place for justice in Kali Yuga. Injustice will rule. This is the dharma of Kali Yuga. Dharmaraja was confused and thought how to solve this case. Sahadeva told, I will conclude this case. He asked Neelan, how many children do you have? Neelan replied, one girl child. Sahadeva asked the same question for Nalan. Nalan replied, one boy child. Sahadeva gave the verdict that perform marriage for the boy and the girl. Register the land on their names. Now the age of Kali Yuga was born. To be continued.